What's up? I'm making a cartoon called Hard Working Boys. It looks like this. So it's basically a cartoon about three young men going through trade school and learning how to be hard working men. Meanwhile, having fun, living like their kind of blue collar Midwestern life, things like that. What I've been doing is I wake up at about 4:45 a.m. and I do that because people leave you alone at 4:45 a.m. So I wrote for about an hour and then I had to go to work. I come home from work, be with the family for a minute, and then I'm back in the shack. I've been writing for the past 2 hours. Um, and the way that I start to write is I don't start typing. I try to think of a scenario or a joke or something funny that happened today. I'm alone and I'll be laughing to myself, just like telling myself a joke. Like one of my favorite jokes that I wrote tonight was of the three guys, two of them had dates. They're going on a double date. They leave one guy at home. And then that guy, he's like, "Well, no, it's okay, fellas. I hope you both get laid. I'm going to get laid. I'm going to stay here and fuck myself, I guess." He's got a lisp. Anyway, to me that was a really funny joke, but when you're writing alone, sometimes you get such tunnel vision where you're like, okay, are other people going to think this is funny? And it's really a shitty place to be in because I don't believe that you should share your work unfinished with other people. For example, my cartoon. If I go to one of my friends or my family and say, "Hey, for my cartoon that I'm making, do you think that this would work? Like, is this funny?" And they're most of the time it's like, "Oh yeah." You can't blame them for not getting it because they don't care. People don't share the same passions you do for the creative process. That's one place I'm kind of jealous of the South Park creators because, like, Matt Stone and Trey Parker have each other, and that's one of the most valuable things in the world. I think is working on a project with a really good friend. But I'm alone, and I'm taking the risk and saying, well, if I think it's funny, and I'm a normal person, other normal people are gonna think it's funny too. So whatever. But once I start laughing to myself like an insane person, that's when I start typing. That's when I start, okay, put that down. Okay, well, what if I do this? Underline that. Things like that. I realized that I've been pretty much working since 4:45 in the morning and it's 7 p.m. now. That's a lot of work. For me, when I think about my life, I'm like, well, I don't really want to spend the next, 30 years making somebody else rich. I would rather take a chance and work really hard to build something that, would be pretty rad to work on when I'm older if it actually takes off. So that's why I spend most of my time, my free time, working. I see a lot of people not doing that. I get it that they have families and things, but, you know, if you don't put in work in your free time, like, you're pretty much not going to have anything in life. And that really scares me.